About a minute or so late getting on, guys. Just had a bit of a mess up with something that's come today that I wanted to show you, but I might still show you anyway, but I'm not exactly happy with it, and yeah, there might be a rant coming on this one. Hi Neil, how you doing, mate? So yeah, there might be incoming, as they say on Think Planes, a incoming rant about this today, and I'll highly suggest that you keep clear of this company. Oh yeah, there might be as they say on Think Planes, a incoming rant about this today, and I highly suggest that you keep clear of this company. Can everyone hear me all right? There's no back feed, is there, that you can hear me twice or anything like that? Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just getting everything ready because I'm just running behind slightly. Let's say about 2 minutes behind, guys. Sorry about this. I normally have the AirPods too much. I'll get now. Oh, sugar. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Fingers crossed they work. Oh, nice to see 10 people here already. Just as I said, just bear with me, guys. I'm going as quick as I can. Give it to the moment, guys. If it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. Right, Mark, how you doing, mate? At the moment, it's well, it can go wrong. It is bloody going wrong tonight. Sorry about this, guys. I will be with you in 2 seconds. I don't know what's going on with the equipment tonight. Having a mare with the equipment tonight, it's just been an absolute nightmare. Just bear with me 2 seconds, guys. Just trying to get the right. Them AirPods don't want to work. Can you just say in the chat whether you can hear me all right? Literally just trying to yeah, all good. That's good. That's good. Good. It's so I could hear back feed, that's all, and it was doing my head in a little bit. So leave them beef as they'll be for now. So never mind, is what it is. But yeah, I'll get on to it. So I ordered some clothing up for myself to wear at the RVP and stuff like that, and obviously when I do my vlogs. But unfortunately, the quality is absolutely, I can't be about the bush, the quality is absolutely pissing crap. Wrong, it was on a deal for about 100 quid, and the annoying factor is that it should have all been embroidered, and they didn't state that they were going to print it, and I'll be honest with you, the quality looks crap. Looks absolutely crap. So, you know, I give up. It's, I say, I've got to try and get my money back out of it. So basically, that's the polo shirt. It should have been an embroidered logo like that. It's actually printed. So if you ever want to get anything like that, don't get it from Eden Workwear. Yeah, it was, mate. Yeah, it was, Neil. It was the stuff I've been waiting for ages. Absolutely joke. 8 weeks. I've been waiting for this stuff. So it should have been delivered in 2 weeks. I've had constant to and fro arguments with them that it's been, you know, they've dispatched it and they haven't dispatched it, and it's just been an absolute joke. Right, Hilton. And literally received it today. Not only did they just receive it, they didn't even. Yeah, I've just sent an email off tonight, Alex. So basically, I have my stuff delivered to my mum and dad's, and what's happened is they're not doing them, Chris. And what's basically happened is they just dumped the parcel in all weathers outside my mum and dad's doorstep as well. So not only did they not even hand it to my mum and dad, they just literally dumped it on the doorstep as well. So I'm absolutely fuming. There's some of the shirts are marked and everything. So I advise if you're going to choose someone, don't choose them. Stay well clear of them. So we're trying to sort that out over the next few weeks, guys. So that's my rant done with. Yeah, I'm just a bit peeved about that tonight. So I'll get back onto everything else that I was going to get back onto. So get back onto the aviation news. Hey, Mark, you all right, mate? Yeah, well, as I will do, mate. I'll just, I say I'll be definitely boycotting them again. They keep sending me an email to review the basically procedures and everything. It's on Trustpilot or something. Yeah, it's not even a 1 star. It's -1 star for me. But yeah, just not great. So I'm not going into it again. I don't want to rant anymore. So, it is what it is. So aviation news this week. There's a new budget airline starting up that's going to be based in Belfast, which is great news. The name is called Fly Atlantic, and they have announced plans to start operating in 2024. And apparently, apart from this being a budget airline, that they're going to be doing a lot of European flights, a lot of short-haul European flights. They're basically looking to do some transatlantic flights as well to the US and Canada from Belfast. Now, as in regards to, I don't know whether you're going to be able to have the same procedures you do at Dublin, where you can pre-clear TSA. Obviously, they'll obviously announce that, because obviously Belfast is part of the UK still. So I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, so that's great to hear. There's another new airline coming. It doesn't actually say, Alex. It just says Belfast at the moment. So I'm wondering whether they are still deciding which one to use, which one's probably going to be the best one for it. Yeah, I know, Neil. I know. It's failed quite a few. I've tried it. It's failed in the past, but just have to see. But it's nice to see another new airline coming along anyway. It'd be great for Belfast. It'd give them something based there, other than if it's international, it's better than it being EasyJet. So they've decided between Max or a Neo. Yeah, I don't think they can make their mind up just quite yet what they want to actually use. They're going to be hard fetched, because if you look at like Norse, who operate out of Gatwick and stuff like that, they do a short-haul Dreamliner flight to Oslo, but they also do a very, very cheap product in the way of flying from Gatwick to, I think it's JFK. If I'm wrong on that, quote me. But yeah, they offer a very, very cheap product. Even for premium economy, it's still cheaper than some big airlines economy for premium economy. So, and I can understand why they're doing it. They're going up against Play and all that, but I don't know. We'll just have to see with that one. But I said, at the moment, Norse seems to be the airline everyone's talking about at the moment, in the way of cheap flying, in the way of to short haul and over to the States. So we'll just have to see. So if you were here last week, you would have heard hold on a second. I was looking at New York, just a Norwegian base, but not Norwegian, if it makes sense. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm the same, Neil. Definitely want to try Norse. I definitely want to try that product myself. That might be something that we could look at together. But yeah, we'll look into that. As I said, we've had a few chats about stuff from that. We just need to get it booked. So if you were here last week, I was talking about the issues with the A220 and the engine issues where it's basically grounded. Just let me get the news up for last week. So basically, Tanzania basically grounded all their A220s due to engine faults with the PW 1500s and the PW 1900s. the fact that they had to remove all their engines off the wings and send them back off to Pratt and Whitney, and the fact that Pratt and Whitney didn't have enough spare engines to send out in replacements, why they've tried to fix this fault. It has now come to light that there is another issue with the A220. So it's been revealed from the the FAA, that there has been 2 nearly catastrophic incidents involving the Airbus A220 and inadvertent engagements of the autopilot function. As reported by First Global, shout out to them for that, the regulator has issued an emergency airworthiness directive to address the issue. The airworthiness directive from the FAA follows the inassurance of a similar emergency ad issued by the Transport of Canada on November 17th. It states that in total that there have been 38 service events relating to this problem, a significant number given that only 230 of the aircraft are in operation. These 2 events were described by the FAA, as being nearly catastrophic. So what's happened is basically there was a couple of issues where the auto throttle, so when they had an auto throttle disengage on takeoff, and when the pilots have attempted to re-engage the auto throttle, it's basically turned on the autopilot, where these planes have taken off, but on a very, very low V1 speed. And, what they're saying is that these now this has to be dealt with. Now, this is a massive blow to Airbus. This is basically a massive, massive blow to Airbus, this, in the fact of that this is a big, this is one of the newest aircraft coming out, the 220. We all love it. We know, as I say, Mark's saying there, the Wookiee howl off the engine. But the fact of the 38 incidences now of the 230 aircrafts that are serving is not good. Not good. So how they're going to fix that Airbus, I don't know. Whether it's just a software glitch and they can fix it quite quickly, again, don't know. But that's what's come out at the moment, that basically, because of the 38 issues in service events, that's happened out of 230 aircrafts, the FAA have now basically threw out, right, we need to sort this out now. So there isn't, make sure I've got it all set here. So basically, they've issued an airworthiness issue now to all, obviously it must be all airlines who have basically got the A220s, that they need to either get this resolved or get this to Airbus and get it resolved ASAP, because that can basically, it's quite scary, the fact of that the auto throttle's disengaging on takeoff. All right, Mike, how you doing, mate? Exactly, Mark. The whole fleet of Air Baltic is A220s, like Air Tanzania. The basically the whole flight of A220s. Now, obviously, it doesn't have a bigger impact on bigger airlines who only have a few of them. But I'm good, thanks, Mike. I'm good, thanks. So, but the fact of that this can cripple some airlines now. The fact that they've gone all in on this A220. The fact that something like this has come out and it's this is having to be addressed ASAP, basically, that the fact of that if the auto throttle's disengaged and the pilots are trying to re-engage it and they're inadvertently engaging the autopilot, then that's really dangerous. The fact of that these planes are rotating at speeds less than what they should be. And we all know what can happen and stuff like that when that happens. Evening, Jim. Hope you're all right, mate. So I'll keep an eye on that, guys. Obviously, I'll keep an eye on that. That's two big bits of news from the A220 over the last week, basically. So You know, they're all calling the 737 Max, and it's looking like the A220 is going to be a bit of an issue, going to be a bit of a head scratch for Airbus. So next bit in line is, I don't know whether you have heard about, there was the airline, so this year's basically airline 2022 conference in London. Virgin Atlantic were one of the basically big pushes forward for Heathrow getting the new runway. It's basically come out from this conference this week that Virgin are now not supporting it. And the reasons are behind that is because Heathrow have proposed to increase their fees by 120%. That's right. They're proposing to agree that they're going to charge 120% extra to use their airport. That's massive amounts of money. And you can understand why Virgin have pulled back on this, you know, fronting this new runway with them and everything. They're saying basically now that they're being, you know, Heathrow are abusing their power now, and airlines are going to be held to ransom. You know, if you want to fly into Heathrow, if these go through, you're going to have to pay 120% extra than what you were already paying to fly into Heathrow for the airlines. That's just ridiculous. How can you do that when the industry's just getting back on its feet? It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, how much beneficial that would be to Heathrow in the way of having a third runway, I don't know what it would bring in for them. But the fact of that, say, Virgin were one of the massive supporters, absolute massive supporters of this third runway being built, they're now turning around saying, we don't want nothing to do with this now. Not after you're willing to charge us an extra 120% if it goes through on top of our fees that we're paying you now. That's ridiculous. So hopefully it doesn't go through. And, you know, because that's going to cripple some airlines. It really is. So we'll just keep an eye on that. I'll keep you updated. If I find anything else on it, I will update you next week on that one. So some good news for Dublin last week. Basically, on Saturday last week, Dublin celebrated its 100 millionth passenger passing through the terminal. So that is absolutely fantastic for Dublin, that the fact that they've had over 100 million passengers go through their new terminal. It's only 12 years old, the fact that they're doing that. Yeah, I know it supports their flagship airline, which is Aer Lingus, but hats off there to Dublin for basically carrying that many people through its terminal. It's absolutely brilliant. I've been Dublin a couple of times, and don't get me wrong, it's not a bad airport to go through. It really isn't. Oh, nice to see AK Aviation. Nice to see. How did you find your experience in Dublin? For me, it wasn't too bad. The fast track helped massively, but I didn't find it that bad the two times I've been. But yeah, it's great to see that. Obviously, it just shows that, again, like I said last week, that aviation's picking up. You know, it's all starting to, you know, go in the right direction. It doesn't help when Heathrow start pulling stunts like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But so just want to touch on some more Max news. So on Friday the 18th of November, which was last week, Boeing, it's an amazing airport, very easy to get around. Yeah, it is. It really is, AK. And I've been there twice now, and I can't fault it. It's not hard to get. It's not a hard airport to get around, and they say, yeah, the staff is very helpful and very pleasant. So, but yeah, if anyone hasn't been to Dublin, and you've never really travelled before, try it out. It's not a bad airport to actually get around, to get used to travelling to different airports. So Friday 18th last week, just touched on this Max news again. Boeing, its first non-prototype 737 MAX 10 took its first flight supporting United Airlines livery. Now, the short test is a significant milestone for the MAX 10 because of all the issues they've got in the way of getting it certified. Now, they're still trying to get the Max 10 certified by the end of the year. So, if they can do the changes that are needed from the FAA, if they can do them changes and get the regular changes, I can't say it, do the regulatory changes that are needed to be done, there is a very, very slim chance that they can get that Max 10 in the air, because they have got orders for it. They've got quite a few orders for it. But the fact that they're doing a non-prototype test on an airline's pre-liveried up aircraft is absolutely brilliant. Max 7 isn't looking like... No, it's not, Mark. I'll be honest with you. The Max 7 isn't I don't think they've got that many orders for the Max 7, to be honest with you. I know their biggest support of the Max 7 is Southwest Airlines. Now, on that, you know, it's potentially the talk about having to change a lot of stuff in the cockpit if they can't get it certified by the end of the year. I think this is why they're more pushing towards the Max 10 getting done, because the Max 10 has got the more, from what I've seen, have got the more orders. So I think they're just prioritising trying to at least get one of them through. So at least if they can get one of them through, then that's absolutely brilliant. You know, as I've travelled on the Max myself, I've been on the Ryanair version, the 8200 Max, and I wouldn't say no to going back on it again. I wouldn't say no to flying on a longer distance. For me, it was an absolutely smooth flight. It rode the turbulence really, really well when there was any, but it is what it is. It is the Buzz livery. No, unfortunately not the Buzz livery. It was a Ryanair livery to Dublin, but got to get on that Buzz livery. I need to get on that Buzzy Buzz one. So, again, last week, obviously, this is news after I've done the weekly chat last week. The Airbus A340-500, excuse me, belonging to the Royal Thai Air Force, has completed what seems to be its the longest ever operational flight for that type. So it flew an 18-hour flight from Bangkok to North Carolina. Now, apparently, if it is true, then obviously that's the longest ever flight operated by that type. Now, that's some going. That's some distance travelled by that A340. But I'll just have to see. I'll try and get more confirmation. I couldn't find any more confirmation on that, but it's looking quite solid that the fact of the saying 18 hours. It did do 18 hours with 7,800 and something nautical miles. So that's a nice little bit of what's this? Malaysia retiring and scrapping their A330s. Any chance for another collaboration on tags? I've only heard, Mark, that Malaysia have sent one into cold storage at the moment. That haven't seen anything that they are retiring their aircrafts at the moment. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. I honestly don't know at the moment whether they are actually retiring all the 380s. Be a shame if they are, but as far as I'm aware, they only sent one into cold storage for now. Well, I call it cold storage, long-term storage. Let's go, guys. I have a stream going up. Have a great evening. Yeah, no problem, Whittlebots. Hope you're okay, mate. How's things? Enjoy your stream as well. So, that's the next bit of news. Is apparently Manchester Airport are rolling out a new refueling system. Where are the A330s being stored? Just give me 2 seconds, because I did have that last week. If I can find it for you. Just give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm trying to find out where it was for you last week. Sorry about this. Just 1 second. Oops. So apparently it's been basically shipped off to French aircraft storage. I'm just trying to find out whereabouts that actually is. So apparently it's Aerosave's Tarbes facility in the southwest of France. Right, Will 8900, how you doing, mate? So yeah, so it looks like it's gone to France for long-term storage. So whether that means it's just going to be held there till obviously, because I know they're having a rejiggle and stuff like that. I mean, he wants to go to anyways, to tabs. Yeah, so that's that on that one. So just let me get back to the actual news. So yeah, so I was saying there, by Manchester Airport apparently are rolling out a new type of refueling system, which apparently can cut down the turnaround times. So a new refueling management system at Manchester Airport will help tackle delays, apparently. The system provided by i6 Group provides refuelers with real-time information, feeds to maximise operational efficiency. So it's partly trying to cut down costs in obviously turnaround times and obviously delays and everything. So how good this is going to be, it's Manchester Airport at the end of the day. I'm not going to slag off Manchester Airport because I fly out of there quite a lot and I do like the airport, but in the way of delays, do you get nectar points for filling up the A380? I wish, Mark. I wish I'd be swiping my card all day long for that one. I'll be definitely swiping my card all day long for that one. I'll get some free flights out of that. But if that does work and it does cut down... Oh, Stan. How you doing, mate? Stan's playing Spotting Channel. How you doing, mate? If it works, great. Let's see. It's Manchester. That's all I can say at the moment. It's Manchester. You know, I don't know whether this has been used in other airports. I don't know, obviously, how efficient it is. Obviously, all the training that's going to be taken from the ground staff to use it. So, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. It's just one of them. It's just one of them. It either works or it doesn't. It's either going to work or not work. It is what it is. I guarantee there's going to be glitches with it. There's definitely going to be glitches with it. So, the last bit of my news, last bit of aviation news for tonight is that, so I spoke about Emirates and the massive turnaround in profits that they've had this year, that they've announced already this year. I've now stumbled upon Jet2's profits. So Jet2 have posted a operational profit of £517 million for the first half. That compares to with a loss of 170 million for the first same period last year because of the pandemic. What's this? Sorry, 1 second, guys. So I'll just read that in a second, Wadders. So yeah, so last year at the same point last year, Jet2 recorded a loss of 170 million pound. So basically, they have made £365 million profit in the same period as they did from what they had last year, which is fantastic. So, sorry, it was higher than 365 million profit. Sorry, misread my notes there. So basically, they made £517 million this year. In the first half of this year, they had a loss this time last year of 170 million, but the profit they've made this year is higher than the profit they made back in 2019, which was only 365 million, which, you know, that's absolutely staggering. The fact of that pre-pandemic figures are lower than what post-pandemic figures are. That for me is absolutely fantastic. That just shows, as I said, and I keep saying that the airline industry is getting back on its feet now. the fact that Jet2 are posting 517 million profit in the first half of this year. That's fantastic compared to 2019, where everyone was going on jollies left, right, and centre. That's absolutely fantastic. So, well, it's going to go eventually, Mark. It's going to go eventually because obviously, you know, all the new fleets are getting. So, it is what it is. It is a lot, Stan, because considering a lot, they were a minus of 170 million last year, and then are now plus 517 million this year. It just shows how much it's turned around in 12 months. So I just want to get back to what Wadders was just saying. I read the Vamos are operating for Air New Zealand for the next 6 months on the Perth-Auckland route, freeing up Air New Zealand aircraft and crew for other services. All right, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for that, Wadders, Jim. Yeah, so it's running from the 15th of the 11th, 22 until the 17th of the 2nd, 23. Thank you very much for that bit of information, guys. So even I missed out on that. Well, yeah, Stan, it is going to go towards that at the end of the day. They've got to pay off the bill somehow, haven't they? And, you know, it is what it is. Hope you're all getting on your Jet2 Black Friday deals at the moment, because there's some good deals out there. I have had a look. There is quite a good few deals out there at the moment that they've got on. But I wonder why New Zealand are doing that. I wonder why they're having to free up. The crew and the aircraft for the next 6 months. Because leasing aircrafts is quite expensive for a big airline. So I'm just wondering why they've done that. I'll have to have a little look into that and just see what's going on. What's going on with that. Why they're actually doing that. So that is all the news I've got for you this week. Unless anyone else has got anything else in there. Well, no, because didn't TUI use them this year? TUI used them, and Jet2 used Vamos, didn't they, for the 330s this year? Because I know TUI were having a hell of a lot of issues with hiring an aircraft this year, in the way of, planes breaking down on them. Because didn't they have a lot of issue with the SmartLynx aircrafts that they were hiring in, the 320s or something like that? The white ones, they were having issues with pressurization issues and stuff like that with them. Yeah, like high flight charter, yeah. Cruise to the airline. Yeah, so I know with Vamos, I think they come with their own crews. I'm not 100% sure. It's to reinforce their operations during the... right, Jim, yeah, because it's their summer, isn't it? It's their summer when it's our winter, so yeah, I can understand. That's probably why then. I understand that now. So it's basically the same as what TUI and Jet2 do in the summer months, isn't it? When they use Air Tanker and Vamos and any other ones they can find under the sun to get them through the summer months. EasyJet use SmartLynx out of Gatwick quite a lot due to the crew issues at Gatwick due to COVID. Right, Mark, fair enough. Vamos are providing their own parts and crew. So that makes sense then, if that's what's going on with that. That makes complete and utter sense, that then. Because didn't Vamos do that for TUI as well? Didn't they provide the pilots and crew for them planes as well when they were using them over here for the summer months? I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Sure they did. So, but yeah, just as... So yeah, so that's basically the news I've got for this week. It's not a lot. It's obviously, for me, the main focus to open to new... Oh, that's good to hear. I wonder what airline's going to use them then. Is that going to be Ryanair then, with it being Shannon? World of Flag. Yeah, 350 and TUI chartered in the summer. Yeah, I do, Mark. So, is that going to be then potentially Ryanair going out to Shannon? Because is that a Ryanair base, or is it an EasyJet base as well? I'm sure it's a Ryanair base. Or Aer Lingus, they fly to Heathrow from there. Yeah, I know Aer Lingus fly out of there a little bit, but isn't it? I thought it was a Ryanair hub. Is it potentially going to be a Ryanair hub then? Yeah. Cheers for clarifying that then, Stan. I thought that because obviously Ryanair do fly quite a lot from Manchester to Shannon as well, and I see a lot of Ryanair going in and out of Shannon. So yeah, so I literally, the big news from tonight is that this A220 is now starting to cause issues. So I'll just keep posted on that because that's like the second bit of news within a week. So it's just a few more bits from myself. So obviously I was going to show you the new clothing that I will be wearing at the RVP and when I do my vlogs from now on, but unfortunately I am extremely dissatisfied, excuse me. I am extremely dissatisfied with the quality of it. Some other news. TUI Belgium will receive 2 embryo one now. That's different. That's different. Smart move from TUI, smart move from TUI, but that's different for the weighing away from Boeing then. No, I'm not, AK. I'm actually in work tomorrow, unfortunately, mate. I am not planning to really be at Manchester at all this weekend. I have got a live stream with Alex on Saturday from the Plane Spotting channel at Liverpool Airport. So that's the 26th from 2 p.m. till 4 p.m. Make sure you don't miss that. Then Sunday I have got a christening to go to, so unfortunately I will not be going to the airport much this weekend. And I think I'm working next weekend, so the next time I may be going to the airport, and don't hold me, this will be Wednesday next week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday, Mark. It should be interesting, weather permitted, hopefully it's not going to lash it down too much. Yeah, just drop us I'll just drop us a message, AK, and I'll try and get down there sometime when you're there, and we'll try and meet up on that, because I normally go south side anyway to catch what I can catch, or if it's not a great day, I try and go the RVP as well. So yeah, Mark, hopefully be able to bring your camera this time and use your camera properly. But yeah, I'll try and keep us updated when I'm going spotting at Manchester or where I'm going spotting. So I'll try and keep us updated on that one. It's just a bit hard to plan in at the moment with everything going on and that. So what's that? What as I said, Ryanair planning on opening bases in Tenerife and Lanzarote. Do you know what? That doesn't surprise me. They do a lot of flights, so they do a lot of cheap flights there. UK airport liquid might change soon. Might change. Right. Keep us updated on that, Stan. So for anyone who joined late tonight, so this was meant to be what I was meant to be wearing when I go to the RVP. I'm not happy about it. The polo shirts themselves are fine, don't get me wrong. Polo shirts are fine. But so I paid just under 100 quid for all this. It was on an offer. And they basically told me that the logos should have been... Yeah, no problem, Clive. Thank you very much for joining, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate you dropping in. So, all this stuff should have been embroidered, and they have sent it out to me as basically a patch. It's what do you call it? A print, isn't it? It's a print. So it should have been embroidered, and it's come out as a print. And to me, that looks very, very cheap. Considering, I know I only paid £100 for this, but it should have been a lot more expensive because it was on a bundle deal, because it was on a special offer. But to me, that looks very, very cheap for what it is. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Exactly. Looks extremely cheap for what it is. Now, as I say, the bundle deal included a few polo shirts, a hoodie, which is done exactly the same, which looked bloody awful. And they even did it on the jacket as well. And to me, that just looks absolutely... I'm not happy at all. Really not happy. And I wouldn't normally call people out publicly, but it's the fact of that I had so many issues with this company with Eden Workwear that I am not dealing with them again. I'm going to try and get a full refund and return this stuff to them. So on that note, I'm going to not. Yeah, basically the scooter bloody workwear. So the last thing I am going to talk about. Well, there's two more things I'm going to talk about. Since let me dump this out the way. Out the fucking way. Right. So last two things I'm going to talk about tonight, guys. So next week is the last week of the 1K giveaway. So if you haven't entered already, make sure you do so. If you do have Instagram, please enter. So I'll run over the prize again. I do this every week because until it's done, I'm going to run over the prizes for everyone because obviously we've had new people in again tonight. So you are actually getting in this 1K giveaway, which obviously is in 1K before 12 months out was instant. Thanks, Mark, for dropping the link. So you're getting a pair of True Vision brand sunglasses, who I have a collaboration with, and I will drop the discount code in, or unless one of the mods wants to drop the discount code in the chat for you. There is also a Etihad Airbus A380 1/200 scale plastic model. Also, I don't have a blow. Oh, I've got them there. I have got they're called Runway International playing cards. Now, I've got a pack open, which I've got for myself here. Really, Stan? Really? That's not good. So, these playing cards are basically international runways. Each one has got an international runway on them. So, just to show you, there's the pink ones there. You know, they are all different runways. You know, there's no runway the same. The Jokers are towers, which I think is quite funny. So you'll get a pack of them in the giveaway. And the last thing to give away in the giveaway will be 2 Living It Large Aviation stickers. Now, you've seen me with these, you've seen me handing them out at airports if you've been lucky enough to get one off me. They are available to purchase on my eBay shop. Well, you'll get 2 of them as well. So just to run it all, you get 2 stickers, you get a pack of playing cards, you get the sunglasses, and you get the model. So that is all on the 1K giveaway on Instagram. If you haven't entered it, I highly advise you do, because it ends next week. And tonight, I just want to give some shout outs. So again, thank you very much for the mods for being in the chat and doing their best, as they always do. I want to give a shout out to Think Planes, to Simon and Liz, for all the support that they keep giving every week, and for the amazing streams that they keep smashing out every week. I also want to give a shout out to our new mod, Plane Spotting Mike. I hope you're all right, mate. And I also want to give a shout out to, you saw him in the chat brief. I don't know whether he's still in the chat or not, but I want to give a shout out to Neil from Moments in the Sky. Go check his channel out, guys. All of them. Go check the channels out. All of them are brilliant. Go check out Mike. Go drop him a sub. Go check out Think Planes. Go drop them a sub. Go check out Neil, Moments in the Sky. Go check out his amazing vlogs. But, you know, at the end of the day, go check him out. It is brilliant. Oh, no problem, AK. Take it easy, mate. Take it easy. And yeah, just go check them out, guys. Drop them a subscribe. You know, go check out the work. I know Think Planes are live. They did say from 5:30 in the morning, East Midlands. I will be posting that on my socials tonight with the link. But I don't know when Mike's next live. I know Mike is doing a thing with the departure lounge tomorrow night at 7:30, so don't miss that. Did you see that Singapore A380 from Heathrow to Singapore to divert to Frankfurt? Oh, no, I didn't, Wadders. I didn't see that at all, mate. I didn't see that at all. I did not see that. I wonder what the issue was with that. I know I did see a bit of news on the A380s today, and I meant to mention it. Can you just drop Mark? Can you just drop Mike's link in there as well, and also drop Think Planes in there as well, please, mate? Just a quick one on that. I did see that these A380s that have been in storage are now having issues with their emergency slides. Apparently, they're starting to split at the seams, and they're advising that any A380s that are been in storage over a long period of time is to have them replaced now. So that actually doesn't surprise me that there's now issues cropping up with these A380s. But yeah, I didn't see that before, Wadders. I didn't see that before. So on that note, yeah, guys, please drop a subscribe to all them channels. Go show them the love. You know, they show me some love. Show them some love back. And yeah, don't forget about the 1K giveaway. If you haven't entered, go enter it. And if you haven't also, as well, one more thing before I go, sorry guys. The Facebook group, the Living at Large Aviation Enthusiast group on Facebook. Go join it because you do get some really good perks with that. You really do. You do get some perks with that one. So what we're offering is that any new merch that gets launched or any new promotional codes that get launched, you will have 24-hour early access to them. So, which is great because we recently just got one with Aeroprints. And if you haven't seen these guys, go check them up. Aeroprints do some amazing posters. They're basically blueprint posters of aircrafts. We did do one in a giveaway recently, and we now work with them as we basically now work with them in collaboration, that we have a promotional discount code for you. You can't see that. If you're part of the group, you actually got 24-hour early access to that code. It is available now for everyone to use the same code. Yeah, it's in that stand that the Air Transat A310 now, the piece of tail, isn't it? It's the tail, isn't it, that they're chopping up, that you can actually purchase a piece of it now. Just seeing that before I come live, which is great to see that you can get hold of a piece of A310, which is a very, very, very rare old bird. So, but from me, guys, I'm not going. Wait, go try. Yeah, more than welcome. Come and join us, Daniel. All you have to do is answer a couple of questions, mate. And yeah, as long as you answer them, you're in, mate. You're in. I'm not going to talk about the A380 tags this week because I talk about them every week, and I think you're probably fed up of hearing about them for now. So if you want to go and check out the tags, they're all over my social medias. You just have to get in touch with me via email, livingatlargeaviation.com. And I'll go through it with the prices with you and everything, the price of it and what it all includes and that. So, on that note, guys, I've kept you long enough. I hope you've had a great evening. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined. Thank you very much that stayed. It's the link, Stan, is in the chat. Mark's just dropped it in the chat for you, mate. It's called Living at Large Aviation Enthusiast Group on Facebook, but Mark has dropped the link in the group, in the chat for you, mate. So on that note, I am going to go. Thank you very much for everyone that's joined. Oh, hang on, sorry, one more. It's a Facebook group. Security is a bit sus though. I managed to get. Yeah, you got past it, Jim, because you were invited. Unless you just find the group randomly and Joy, you have to answer the questions. But if you are invited by a member already, you do get in. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, if people get added and they are, I suppose, being a pain in the bottom, you know, obviously we don't want that. Yeah, I know it was I know it was Wadders that invited you, mate. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Wadders vouched for everyone that he's invited. So, yeah. So I'm going to go on that note, guys. Thank you very much to everyone that stayed. Thank you very much that's liked the stream. If you do enjoy these weekly chats, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. It means a lot for me. Again, thank you very much for stayed, and thank you very much. I hope you have a great evening. See you next week, guys. Take it easy.